Billions of people have never seen a homemade tool like this. It starts with scrap wood, an old metal pot, and one power tool. Put together the right way, these discarded parts can do two completely different jobs: cut through steel and grind dried soybeans. But one hidden detail decides whether the whole build works or fails. I'm starting with the metal cutoff stand, and the accuracy of this frame will determine whether the blade travels straight through the material. Join 3 wooden pieces together to create the base. This is the main foundation of the whole machine, so this part needs to be very solid. Before driving in the screws, drill pilot holes first. This small step is very important because if you drive screws directly into the wood can easily crack, or the screws can go in crooked. Now, move to the hinge. This will be the part that helps the cutting blade open and close flexibly. I place the hinge at the back of the base and align both sides as straight as possible. If the hinge is crooked, the entire cutting assembly will move up and down unevenly. Drill the pilot holes, then slowly drive in the screws. After tightening them, I open and close it a few times to check how smoothly it moves. The joint needs to be firm, but it still needs to move lightly. Now place the upper wooden board into position. This board will work like a lever arm to hold the cutting machine assembly. I place it on the hinge mark the position, then drill each hole. Before tightening it firmly, keep everything perfectly square. Just a small misalignment can make the cut no longer accurate. When the wooden board comes down, it must travel in a straight line without leaning left or right. This is the most important step. I mark the positions and fasten the screws tightly to hold the cutting machine and the lever arm. Once the position was set, I drilled a hole in the wood to serve as the mounting point for the cutter, then tightened it securely with a wrench. Use a square ruler to check the angle. The cutting blade must be perfectly square to the table surface. If it is wrong, the machine will cut crooked immediately. Now we make the return spring. Attach a small metal bracket to the frame, then install the spring from the fixed part to the lever assembly. This spring will pull the machine back to its starting position after each cut. I try lowering the machine assembly, then release it gently. If the machine returns evenly, the spring is working correctly. Now, place a small sample wood piece on the table and mark the positions. This small stop will help make later cuts the same size. When you need to cut several pieces to the same length, just push the material against the stop. There is no need to measure from the beginning. Every time. Before testing the machine, replace the blade with a new one. I remove the old blade, install the guard, then install the new blade. The new blade will make the cut cleaner and reduce the pressure needed when cutting. The guard is also very important because it helps limit sparks and small pieces from flying out. Now comes the part we have been waiting for. Can this homemade machine really I place the steel bar on the cutting table and hold it in a safe position? Turn on the machine. Wait for the blade to reach a stable speed, then lower it slowly. Do not press too hard. Just let the blade bite into the material on its own. Sparks start flying, and the cut moves through the steel bar little by little. And it works. The steel bar is cut cleaner than I expected. But do not leave yet. The next trick is even more interesting. I remove the blade from the cutting machine, then fasten 2 angle brackets to both sides of the machine. The angle brackets will help hold the cutting machine fixed to the base. After drilling 2 larger holes, I use 2 long bolts and nuts to fasten the 2 metal bars to the cutter. Now take an old pot that has been thrown away. Place it into position, mark the points that need to be drilled, then drill each hole. When drilling metal, you should wear safety glasses because small metal shavings can fly out at any time. Then fasten this pot part onto it. Now we make the base. I prepare 1 wooden board. Install 2 metal brackets on both sides. Place the cutting machine in the correct position, then secure each point and tighten the screws with a wrench. I shake the whole frame by hand to test it. Now we take advantage of the broken clamp. Instead of throwing it away, I cut off the usable steel part to make a rotating shaft. Round off both ends to remove the sharp edges. If the ends are still sharp, they will be very dangerous when spinning at high speed. Drill a hole in the middle of the steel bar to make the grinding blade. This hole must be exactly centered. If it is drilled off-center, the shaft will shake hard while spinning, and the grinder will wobble and grind unevenly. Then install the shaft I just made into the machine and tighten it firmly. Spin it by hand first to check whether the shaft is off-center or rubbing against the side. Only when everything spins smoothly should we turn on the machine for testing. Now add a small amount of dried soybeans to test it. Do not add too much on the first try because we need to check whether the grinding shaft works steadily or not. I close the lid so the beans do not fly out. Turn the machine on for a few seconds. The sound is pretty stable. The shaft spins evenly and it does not shake too much. Surprisingly, the soybeans have been ground much finer. This mini grinder is not large, but it proves that the idea can actually work in real life. Just from discarded materials, we made a cutting machine and a mini grinder, and both actually work. If you like homemade ideas like this, leave a comment. And don't forget to follow the channel for more simple but useful DIY tips.